As an Instacart employee, I've experienced a lot of racism, over the board tactics from pretty much all races. Less my own, which is black, but yes, them too. I currently live in the outskirts of Pomona, California. My city is actually Walnut, California. And this area is one of the worst when it comes to racism. A little bit about my story. When I started, it was a bunch of black girls doing this, and there were some dudes, and they were telling me ridiculous stories about how they were. Well, this one dude told me he was making like $2,000 a week, which I thought was overboard, but I found out maybe not. But this one girl, black girl, she told me she was making $700, and I was like, that's cool. It took a while to get me there, and at first I didn't see any racism at all, and I think that's because I didn't understand the potential, or I wasn't in my hustling state of mind yet. And I think when you knew, they're not used to seeing your face, the stores, the people, your neighborhood are not doing their or playing their game, which is racism at first, because they don't know how seriously you are, or they're just not hating yet. They're not hating on you yet. But if they see your face time and time again, they're going to start applying the pressure. Just waiting for a nigga to leave. At a black store. At a black store. We're doing with this bullshit again. See what I mean? Do you work here? Do you work here? See, people just hate black people that much. They get in the store, pretend like they're security, and follow me. They had to do your boy like that. Had to get security guard to come in here. Somebody should have told these people it takes intelligence to be a racist. They just sit there like playing stupid, like they not following me. But watch, I'm gonna catch them again. See what I mean? They just hanging around me, acting like they doing something. One of the most irritating things that happened to me, that happens is they follow you around the store, random people. Especially if they notice what you're doing. White, Asian, Mexican, sometimes black, but pretty much Indian, whatever, Pacific Islander, all of them. Less black people, because let's face it, somebody's not going to let black people walk in the store and follow people around. So, black people are not really doing that, but they out there. And even as a black person, you already know they follow you around the store anyway. But at this instance, they don't even have to do that because the store people are doing it. You know what I mean? Maybe they feel like, I'm guessing the Asians feel like, okay, well, their kids are doing it, so they don't, in their neighborhood, so they don't want a black person doing it. Or them and the Mexicans. That's what I'm guessing. The white people, you assume that they just don't want you in their neighborhoods. But as a black man, you already gotta deal with certain things anyway when you walk in the store. So it's really nothing new, but it gets to a breaking point, which why you don't see a lot of the black girls working there. Because at first, I thought it was just happening to me. I thought I was having this problem because I live in this neighborhood. So I thought it was just me at first. But I noticed the black people I used to see, I don't see them no more. And this one chick, This is when I knew it was serious. This one chick, I used to see her everywhere. Cute little chick. I thought about hollering at her a couple times. But she's never making eye contact with people. She's always got her music loud in her headphones. You can hear it. And I thought she was just antisocial. But no, she's been going through the same things that I'm going through. And I approached at her one time. And she turned around in disgust look. And now I understand why she was doing that. Because she put her guard down, we started discussing Instacarting while black. She was like, yes, I'm going through the same thing. And I was like, wow. You know? I even had this instance where this Mexican chick, I didn't mean to come off racist, but I knew she was following me, random chick, following me store to store. So actually, before we walked in the store, I was like, you know what? You need to take that punk ass shit back to Mexico. I didn't mean no racist by it, but I'm like, why are y'all doing this in a white neighborhood? Like, I would understand this, why the white people are doing it, but why are you doing it? So that's what I meant by it. So she tried to, while I was in the store, she followed me in the store, came up to me and said, did you tell me to go back to Mexico? Then looked at the employee and said, did you hear that? And it didn't work, but it made her look real stupid. But it was a black guy there that I used to see Instacarting all the time, and I had a conversation before she tried to do all that. He was like, oh man, they can't stop me. This is how I... But I know they've been stopping them because I haven't been seeing them. And so what happened was she just walked up to me and started talking to me out of the blue. And she's yelling at me, trying to get attention. And I looked at him and he got his head down, doing what he's doing like nothing's going on. I was like, yeah, they got you too, basically, when I looked at him. But that's some of the things you go through. So I don't want to say nothing too bad about Instacart because I still work at Instacart and I'm still able to hit my goals for a day or so, for the whole day, but with resistance. But I remember a chick, I forget what city it was, I believe it was La Puente or El Monte or something, and we was having that Instacart while black conversation, and she was saying like, yeah, you should go back to LA or you should Instacart in LA. And I'm thinking in my mind, shit, I'm not in that part of LA, the same reason why you're not in that part of LA. But anyways, I have a lot of Costco's in my areas, and I used to love doing Costco because I was getting good at it. I knew where everything was, but I kept getting warnings. And the first one was saying you can't use your personal Costco card to use Instacart, right? And that wasn't true. And the second one was saying, oh, you didn't use the app Costco card again, so we got a notice from Costco saying that you're banned from all Costco stores and stores that are related to Costco, on some bullshit, right? So I immediately get on the chat through the app on Instacart because you can't talk to nobody directly. Like, yo, this is crazy. I don't even own a Costco card, nor do I shop at Costco. And this is not true. I demand for them to show proof or whatever. And the guy was like, on the app, like, yo, you got to email the legal team or whatever it was. And I emailed them, explained to them, no answer. So I say that to say is, Instacart either knows what's going on and they don't give a fuck, or they just trying to keep a low profile or whatever, but you know what it is. So yeah, so that's my story. You know, check out my latest videos. They're all coming out soon. And peace.